Welcome and thank you so much for being our guest on the show today. How are you, Warren?
I'm great, thank you. It's great to be here and looking forward to our conversation.
Same here. I've been looking forward all weekend this week to have a conversation with you. So thank you again. So I think just to start out, if you can share with us a little bit about My Arms Wide Open, how long it's been around, what it does, and how it's making a difference in the community.
Well, it's the concept of it has been around a long time, but we formally put it into practice in 2008 or 2009, actually. 2008, sitting on a beach with my son Kyle down in Australia. We were working on a project, and he looked at me and said to me, "Hey, Dad, when are you going to cut the, and get on with it and do what you're supposed to be doing?" And what he meant by that was a lot of the work that I do. We do direct community engagement for our clients, even at the corporate level. And my vision has always been, personal vision has always been to work with mothers and children in Africa and to enable them to break the chain of their parents' past prejudice, to be able to think and make decisions for themselves. And so My Arms Wide Open came into being. It was around the same time that a client we were going to do for ourselves, having done it for them as well. And so My Arms Wide Open was established as a federal Canadian foundation, and it has fiscal relationships in the US and the UK to allow us to, raise funds and get support in those markets, as well as in South Africa, where we do a lot of work. And how we make a difference in community is by being invited into community, and we go through a process with the community to understand, really uncover what the needs and issues are within the community. And that process always starts with mindset, where we work with the community to establish a common understanding, as well as a set of terms and language that we can use, that we each understand what that means. And through that process, we identify needs and issues, real needs and issues, and then look at the resources needed to take those challenges on and where the gaps are. And so our model is focused on that common understanding, supported by skills transfer into the community, essentially, with the resources need to start those. And we work with mothers and children in particular, and the reason we focus on women and children is that that's essentially where the needs center. Whether it be a man or a woman or a child articulating them, it typically starts there, and particularly with food security and education. So we go from there, and the other side of it is that, frankly, women put more of their resources back into community than men do. And how I grew up and the people influenced me has me having a very strong focus on women and children.
Thank you for sharing that, Warren. That was such a cute story, how the inspiration was, it came from your son. That's such a cute story. So did you guys actually work together in coming up with the name of the foundation, or was that him too?
No, actually, the name... The name, I was actually in Santa Fe, New Mexico, participating in a really a mindful type program, which I often do, and during the program we were challenged to create a 2-minute intro into what's important in our lives. And I happened to be listening to Creed